explaining to me, did you know that it was written by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow? I didn't realize that. So I looked it up, and it's kind of an interesting story. And I think with some of the things that are going on in the world today, I think it stands today just as it did back when he wrote it in 1860.
One of the most familiar carols we hear during the holidays
is I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. And the story behind the song is based on a poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. In 1860, Longfellow was at the peak of his success as a poet. Abraham Lincoln had just been elected president, giving the hope to many in the nation, but things soon turned dark for America and for Longfellow personally. The Civil War began, and Longfellow's wife died of severe burns, and he sustained severe burns in hands and face trying to save her. He could not even attend her funeral. He was so in such bad shape. In his diary for Christmas Day, he wrote, "How inexpressibly sad are the holidays." In 1862, the Civil War escalated and the death toll from the war began to mount. And in his diary that year, Longfellow wrote of Christmas, "A Merry Christmas, say the children, but that is no more for me." His son, who had run away to join the army, had been severely wounded and returned home in December of '63. There is no entry in his diary for that year, for on that Christmas Day, Longfellow wanted to pull out of his despair, and so he decided to capture the joy of Christmas, and he began, "I heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play, and wild and sweet the words repeat, of peace on earth, goodwill to men." As Longfellow came to the 6th stanza, he was stopped by the thought of the condition of his beloved country. The Battle of Gettysburg was not long past. Days looked dark, and he probably asked himself the question, how can I write about peace on earth, goodwill to men in this war-torn country, where brother fights against brother and father against son? But he kept writing, and what did he write? "And in despair I bowed my head. There is no peace on earth, I said, for hate is strong and mocks the song of peace on earth, goodwill to men." That can be said of our day today as well. But then, catching an eternal perspective and the real message of Christmas and Christ himself, Longfellow wrote, "Then pealed the bells more loud and deep. God is not dead, nor doth he sleep. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail, and peace on earth, goodwill to men." If you would, turn in your hymnal to number 152.